Well, WarnerMedia has officially secured their bid for J.J. Abrams to join them at $500 million. Him and his Bad Robot production shingle, which he is, I guess, co-CEO with his wife, Katie McGrath, and they're going to be joining them. And I think they did it because J.J. Abrams is very prolific and successful. You know, he has a very long resume, almost endless, of all these shows and movies he's gotten off the ground. They haven't always ended that well, like, you know, the series finale of Lost, for example, was kind of like, you know, what the hell was that? But he's very successful, you know. He successfully launched Star Trek, relaunched Star Trek, Star Wars. He's done a lot of good stuff in TV and still does. He already has a relationship with Warner Brothers, and, you know, that relationship is only going to get deeper and last longer. And people are assuming that because he's with Warner, that means he's going to have his hands in some DC movies. And I agree. I think he probably will be doing some DC movies. I think his aesthetic fits characters like Superman. And, you know, he could be the one to, you know, really get Green Lantern Corps off the ground, or Green Lantern. Because I think both those characters, in terms of them being very powerful, you know, symbolic kind of people with mythic powers, that does fit, I think, J.J. Abrams' aesthetic, right? Superman's the kind of character you would have somebody like J.J. Abrams do, because J.J. Abrams is really big with, like, these iconic, mythic kind of things. You know, he's kind of like a Spielberg kind of understudy, you know, with, like, these larger-than-life, you know, wonder, you know, sense of wonder kind of stories and stuff, which is basically what Superman, in my opinion, have accurately done, right? He's supposed to be, and his stories are supposed to embody. And you could easily do that with Green Lantern, right? Green Lantern's a cosmic space cop with, you know, all these powers. And, you know, he's, you know, like, that's totally something J.J. Abrams could do too. Like, space is very epic. And J.J. Abrams has experience in space with Star Wars and Star Trek. So, you know, the rumors are he's going to do one or both of those. And I say go for it. I do hope that, you know, if J.J. Abrams is going to be a leader of the DC, or the leader of the DCEU, him and his production shingle, that he is actually allowed to do it without too much interference. Because, you know, we always think that somebody's in charge of the DCEU, but I think in each case, it's always these situations where, you know, all these, like, producers or whatever just going off and doing their own thing, not talking to each other. And, you know, someone is in charge, maybe is trying to, like, you know, tell them what to do. Nobody's listening. Or there's higher-ups reaching down to, you know, override and overpower the person who's supposed to be leading DCEU. Like, you know, we thought for a while it was supposed to be Jeff Johns and John Berg. Then I thought it was supposed to be right now Walter Hamada. But I'm not sure if any of those people are really as in charge as we think, you know, without having all these other people who have more power than them or even under them, just not listening or just, you know, doing whatever they want. So if J.J. Abrams is really supposed to be leading this, I hope, you know, he is allowed to lead it. And I think in his case, maybe they will, because J.J. Abrams is very, you know, I don't know, he's very, like, successful, and he does know how to lead things. So, you know, he might be the one who is actually, you know, really a leader of the DCEU, if, you know, that's what he's going to be doing. For all we know, he could, like, be doing, you know, a Godzilla movies or something. Or, you know, because Warner Brothers is a lot of things. Maybe he'll be doing Harry Potter. I don't know. But I think he'll probably be very involved in the DCEU. And there are people, I know there are people who really want him to lead it. I'd be happy with him leading it. I like J.J. Abrams. I think his aesthetic and his talent does align with what a lot of DC characters are about, like mythic, larger than life, you know, very inspirational, hopeful. That's what a lot of DC characters, in my opinion, were about in the past. I know there's a whole thing, there's like DC characters should be dark, and I think they certainly can be, but I think there's a huge, strong element of DC that these are larger-than-life, mythic, you know, godlike people. You know, many of them, not all their characters. And J.J. Abrams is the kind of person, I think, his storytelling style can definitely lend itself to that. So, you know, I'm on board. I'm on Team Abrams. I was a fan of his before this. I never thought of him until, like, I saw the reports. It never, like, clicked. Oh, could J.J. Abrams run the DCU? I never put those two things together. But now that it's happening, I think it could be great. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.